There comes a moment in every man's life when he realizes something painful. He's been reacting to the world instead of mastering himself. He's been led by emotions instead of principles. He's been controlled by circumstances instead of commanding his own mind. And if you've ever felt overwhelmed, ignored, disrespected, or emotionally shaken by someone's words or actions, understand this. The Stoics believed that almost all suffering comes from losing control over your internal world. Today, you will learn the 8 brutal Stoic rules that transform a reactive man into an unshakable, emotionally untouchable warrior, someone who cannot be manipulated, provoked, or thrown off balance. Let's begin. Rule 1. Control what you can, cut loose what you cannot. The Stoics built their entire philosophy on one brutal truth. Most of what upsets you is not in your control, yet you still allow it to disturb your peace. Think about your life right now. You get stressed when someone ignores your message. You get angry when someone disrespects you. You get anxious when life doesn't go your way. But ask yourself, which of these things are truly yours to control? Not the reaction of others, not the decisions of others, not the past, not the future, not the world outside your mind. The only thing that is truly yours is your response. The Stoics said, if it's not within your control, it's none of your concern. That's not indifference, that is liberation. When someone tries to provoke you and you remain calm, they lose power instantly. When life throws chaos at you and you stay centered, you rise above it. Emotional untouchability begins the moment you stop trying to control everything outside you and start mastering everything inside you. Rule 2. Never respond immediately. Most emotional damage happens in the first 5 seconds of reaction. Anger, panic, fear, jealousy, humiliation. Those feelings explode before your mind has time to think. And when you react instantly, you let emotions lead the way, not wisdom. But the Stoics practiced a brutal discipline. Pause before every reaction. That pause is tiny, but powerful. It interrupts the emotional impulse. It breaks the automatic pattern. It gives you space to choose a response, instead of being dragged by emotion. Epictetus said, "No person is free who is not master of themselves." And self-mastery begins with a single pause. Consider how many arguments, regrets, and emotional collapses could have been avoided if you waited just 10 seconds before responding. Your silence during that pause is not weakness. It is strategy. It is control. It is dominance. When you pause, you see what others can't. You understand what others miss. You rise where others fall. People will notice that they can no longer provoke you. They can't manipulate you. They can't shake you, because you no longer react from emotion. You respond from strength. The shift is happening. You'll begin to notice something as you practice these 2 rules. Your world becomes quieter. Your stress decreases. Your emotional storms lose their power. The things that once destroyed your inner peace stop mattering. And people begin treating you differently, not because they changed, but because you changed your mind first. You are now ready for the next rule, one of the most powerful Stoic principles ever taught. A rule that stops emotional chaos before it even forms. Rule number 3, stop expecting people to be who they are not. Most emotional pain does not come from what people do, it comes from what we expected them to do. The Stoics warned that we suffer more from our interpretation of people than from their actions. Seneca said it clearly, "We are more offended than harmed." Your friend didn't betray you. Your expectations did. So the Stoic solution is brutally simple. Expect people to act according to their character, not according to your fantasy of who they should be. A selfish person will think selfishly. An unreliable person will break promises. A jealous person will gossip. A liar will lie. Why are you surprised? You keep getting hurt because you keep creating an idealized version of people and then cry when reality shows up. The moment you accept someone's baseline, they lose their power over you. Not because you forgive them, but because you stop letting their behavior break the illusion you created. This is not pessimism, it is preparation. If someone tells you who they are through their actions, you must believe them the first time, not the fifth, not the 10th, not when you're emotionally exhausted. Stoic emotional strength comes from replacing expectation with observation. You observe who they are, you stop expecting anything different, and suddenly your peace returns, because nothing surprises you anymore. Rule 4. Change what you can, endure what you can't. Ignore the rest. Most people waste their emotional life wrestling with things that are outside their influence. A Stoic separates life into 3 clear zones. 1. What I control. My actions, my effort, my habits, my reactions, my character. 2. What I partially control. My reputation, my career results, my relationships, my health. 3. What I do not control. Other people, the past, the future, the economy, traffic, random misfortune. Most emotional suffering comes from trying to fight category 3. You get angry because someone doesn't understand you. You get sad because people don't love you the way you love them. The Stoic approach isn't complicated. It's disciplined. If I can control it, I act. If I can't, I let go. That alone makes you emotionally untouchable, because your mind stops trying to control storms and instead focuses on steering the ship. Example: you cannot control whether people will support you, but you can control whether you continue your mission. You cannot control whether a relationship lasts, but you can control whether you show up as a person worthy of respect. You cannot control whether life tests you, but you can control whether you're mentally and physically prepared. Stoic strength grows the moment you stop negotiating with things beyond your reach. Let life be life. You focus on you. Why this rule makes you emotionally unshakable. When your attention is locked on what you control, you stop being a victim of randomness. People can disappoint you, but you stay centered. Circumstances can shift, but you stay stable. Life can throw storms at you, but you stay the captain of your inner world. Your emotional peace becomes almost unbreakable because it no longer depends on what happens around you. It depends on what happens within you. This is the Stoic advantage. The world cannot hurt a person who has mastered their responses. Rule 5. You must train your mind harder than you train your body. Modern society trains the body obsessively, but leaves the mind soft, reactive, unconditioned. The Stoics flipped that. They believed an untrained mind is more dangerous than an untrained body, because the mind dictates how you handle everything: stress, criticism, failure, conflict, loss, loneliness, temptation, delay, chaos. If your mind is weak, life feels impossible. If your mind is strong, life becomes manageable. But here is the truth. Stoics accepted: a strong mind is built, not given, and it's built the same way a strong body is built, through repetition, resistance, and discomfort. So they trained mentally every single day. Mental training 1. Voluntary discomfort, cold exposure, fasting, waking up early, walking instead of riding. Not because it feels good, but because it teaches the mind, I can endure discomfort without falling apart. Mental training 2. Negative visualization, imagining loss, imagining setbacks, imagining failure, not to make yourself depressed, but to remove the shock factor. A Stoic expects difficulty, so when difficulty arrives, they are unfazed. Mental training 3. Delayed gratification, holding off pleasure, controlling impulses, thinking long-term. This is the foundation of emotional control. You cannot be emotionally untouchable if your impulses control you. Mental training 4. Silence and solitude. Time alone with your thoughts. No distractions, no noise, just reflection. Because clarity is born in silence, not in chaos. The modern problem: emotional fragility. We live in a world where people require emotional padding everywhere. Safe zones, trigger warnings, comfort-first lifestyles, instant gratification, constant stimulation. The result? People break mentally over the smallest inconvenience. They panic over slow Wi-Fi. They crumble at mild criticism. They shut down when someone disagrees with them. They become offended at everything. This is the opposite of the Stoic way. A Stoic is hard to offend. Somebody's opinion doesn't change reality. A setback doesn't destroy their spirit. A challenge doesn't weaken their resolve, because they have trained for it. They have prepared for, practiced for, and strengthened themselves against the inevitable difficulties of life. This is why a Stoic appears emotionally untouchable, not because they feel nothing, but because they've built a mind that can endure anything. Rule 6. Master the gap between emotion and reaction. There is a moment, a tiny, almost invisible moment, between something happening and your reaction to it. That gap is where your emotional freedom lives. If someone insults you, there is a gap. If someone ignores you, there is a gap. If someone disappoints you, there is a gap. If life throws a crisis your way, there is a gap. Most people react instantly. They explode. They panic. They spiral. They overthink. They get emotional before they get objective. Stoics do not eliminate emotions. They master the gap. They use that moment to choose the best reaction, not the easiest one. The reaction that maintains self-respect. The reaction that maintains control. The reaction that moves life forward. This gap is the difference between impulse and intention, reaction and response, weakness and discipline, emotional chaos and emotional mastery. The bigger the gap, the stronger the person. The smaller the gap, the weaker the person. Your job is to stretch that gap. Slow your reactions. Pause before responding. Observe your feelings before acting on them. The more you practice this, the more people will say, "You've changed. You don't get bothered anymore. You're different." No, you're not different. You're disciplined. Rule 7. Detach from outcomes. Attach to effort. Most suffering comes from being addicted to results. You want the relationship to work. You want the business to succeed quickly. You want people to admire you. You want your plans to go exactly how you imagined. And when they don't, you fall apart. The Stoic method is different. They attach deeply to their effort, not to the outcome. The outcome is never fully yours. The process always is. You cannot control whether someone stays with you, but you can control whether you show up as a loving, honest, and disciplined human being. You cannot control whether your business explodes or flops, but you can control your preparation, your strategy, your persistence. You cannot control whether life rewards you instantly, but you can control whether you keep building when no one is watching. This mindset makes you emotionally untouchable because you stop needing guaranteed results to stay committed. If effort is what defines your identity, you become unstoppable. Your confidence comes from within, not from applause. Your emotional stability comes from your discipline, not from circumstances. Your peace comes from knowing you did your best, not from winning. This is the Stoic formula for emotional power. Focus on input. Release the outcome. When you do this, you live with a kind of inner calm that most people will never experience. Rule 8. Practice the art of not responding. People believe strength is about having the perfect comeback. Stoics believe strength is about not needing to respond at all. You become emotionally untouchable the moment you realize not every comment needs a reaction. Not every insult deserves attention. Not every argument is worth participating in. Not every attack requires retaliation. Sometimes, silence is the highest form of self-control. Other times, walking away is a deeper display of power than winning a fight. Because when you refuse to react, something profound happens. You rob the world of the ability to control your emotions. Most people are emotionally available to everyone. Anyone can trigger them. Anyone can make them angry. Anyone can shake their peace. That is emotional slavery. Your mood depends on what others do. Stoic power is the opposite. Your emotions are yours, and no one gets access unless you permit it. If someone lies about you, silence. If someone mocks your progress, silence. If someone tries to provoke you, silence. If someone wants to drag you into their chaos, Silence. Silence wins more battles than words ever could. The world is loud, but your mind doesn't have to be. Now it's your turn. Pick just one rule from today's video and apply it starting right now. Practice it daily. Watch how your mind strengthens, your emotions stabilize, and people begin to respect the calm power you carry. If you want more Stoic strategies to become truly unshakable, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Your journey to an untouchable mind starts today. Take the first step.